Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre. All right, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Glad you asked, Brian. You never asked me that, ever.
Dude, taking me by surprise.
Pull my notes here.
Before, I guess this is a little off, but you were doing some research before the show. We had, brain trust here, kind of a brain battle is what I'd call it. I'm like, what's...
So you search, you're like, okay, that's a seafoam guitar, right? You're like, okay, that's seafoam. But then you type in surf green, and it looks the exact fucking same.
Surf green or seafoam green?
Yeah. I think I'd have to look at them, in my hands.
I thought seafoam was darker, more of a deeper color, right?
Yeah, but everything looks different. I thought surf green was more bolder.
Yeah.
More almost going to Kelly green, In some instances.
Kelly green is like the racing green. Right?
Yeah, that's really bright. Yeah, but I'm saying it leans more that way.
Yeah.
When seafoam, I thought...
Seafoam is maybe more blue or Daphne.
Yeah, but seafoam, is closer to blue. But it's I wouldn't almost say that is in my head like pastel, almost Easter colors.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking on here, it's all mixed. It's I don't know what the hell it is anymore. I don't know.
Did you find any definitive screenshots or anything like that?
Well, I'd have to go to I'd have to have them compared to each other. So, if I went, maybe I guess on Fender's website, I don't know. I don't
surf
think they would
green
have that
versus seafoam green.
Yeah, there we go. Let's try that. It's really interesting.
It's on the
listen
air.
to me type on my fucking
on the air research. Jamie, pull that up, would you?
Surf green.
Gardini, pull that up.
Let's see here. Okay, so I guess in this picture, so surf is lighter than seafoam.
Pull the picture up. Let's see.
All right, hold on. This is I have it up. So let's see. Screen share. There it is. Sharing it. So in this really shitty JPEG.
Yeah.
It's it's been solved.
Mm-hmm.
One picture.
Yeah. So
fucking,
seafoam.
there's Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge's playing a surf one, I guess. Damn it. I don't know. Seafoam? I don't know. It's still confusing. It's a little tough to. Let's see. Oh, this will help us.
Yeah. So that's surf green. Yeah. Maybe seafoam green is darker.
I think that's what it. Yeah, it's got to be.
No, because there was this guy back. I think when we were in high school or just out of high school, he was in a band. I think his name was. Doesn't matter, but his band was a great band name. They just weren't
good.
Yeah, they were. It was called Worst Episode Ever.
Okay.
And I'm like, what a killer band name, and they were for a pop punk Blink kind of thing.
Yeah.
And his bass rig was. I think we played a couple shows with these guys, and they were a high school band. I think he was a little bit older, but he played with mostly his band were our age or a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But this guy had a killer bass rig. So he had Ampeg 610, and then he had just a Mesa Boogie with the big block or the Impulse or whatever that was.
Yeah.
That. So it's kind of their take on a SVT3. So it's kind of some hybrid action going on there. With I think a tube preamp and stuff. So anyways, killer. And then he had a killer bass too. So he had an American Standard precision bass with the quarter pounder Mark Hoppus pickups. Cause everybody was Mark Hoppus guy. And then he wanted to get his bass custom painted. So he did. And I thought he said he got it surf green because everybody gets theirs. The Blink thing is a seafoam green. But it was a deeper green. So, or maybe it was something else. Like, I always thought there was seafoam or surf, but it was like definitely a deeper one. And he like, to me, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like one you can get off the shelf. And I'm like, oh, I guess the color is a little different. But he said he paid a lot of money to get it custom painted. So it was different enough for him that he got it custom painted differently. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. To get, I think he said it was like probably, I don't remember. It was like $600 or something like that.
Jesus.
He said, it's really, really cool. I love this bass, but not worth it.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time he quit playing bass or quit playing music, and he sold his whole rig. And I was like so tempted to buy that bass.
Should have. It's fucked up, Brian.
Well, I was like 16, so I had no money.
Yeah.
Or 17 or something like that. So, fuck, I'm 33. I have no money.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. It's consistent, baby.
Yeah. So I guess, maybe if you guys could help us out.
Yeah, really.
That, tell us in the comments.
Exactly.
Tell us in the group. Tell us on Instagram.
Yeah. Anyways, besides the whole seafoam surf green, because we still don't know what's going on. What's new in your world?
Well, I bought something.
Okay. What'd you get?
So I bought something for my red truck. So I got a headache rack. That's what they call it. I mean, I showed you a picture of it, right? I did send you that,
yeah.
Right? So it's like it's a piece of, it covers your back window so you don't have anything smashed through,
Yeah.
Kill you or just, prevents rocks or shit from going through. Or like piece of wood or whatever. You could put a ladder on, lean on it. I bought it. I drove not too far to get it on the weekend. Horrible rain. It was like really rainy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like an adventure, which is great. It's a little, my little, it felt like I was on the run. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go pick this up and go, and I'm, just on an adventure. I went to this farm.
I got a job to do.
Yeah. So, I had a rental too. So I threw it in the back of my rental truck.
Yeah.
That I had from work. Don't tell anybody. No. And went onto this farm, and I guess they had like a pig problem that they had like rooted up like all the. It was gnarly because like normally like your dirt is flat.
Yeah.
And it was all like, I don't know. It's like all fluffy. And so I drove the truck over. I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to get stuck here. So I had to like avoid it. But they had ripped up. Yeah. And I was driving, they had like the road paved, and I had to drive off into like the field to this place. So anyways, I picked this thing up, and it was not bad. It smelled like cat piss and shit. Yeah. Because it was literally like in their barn, like whatever goat was pissing on it or whatever. So I have to clean that, but it's fine.
Jesus
It's Christ. Steel. Oh my God. It's fine.
Knock him down a couple bucks.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, paid full price.
Well, no, it's something that usually costs.
Out of my way and then pay full price. I'd be like,
it's something that usually costs.
Fucking piss. How about like, you like suck my dick and then I take this
Jesus
from you.
Christ.
Damn, dude, you should be a negotiator.
Yeah, I need you on my side here. Oh wait, was I sucking the dick? What are we doing here?
You didn't say. Or did you say they were like was it an older dude or something like that? You got it from?
Yeah, it was like they had just bought this property.
Yeah, so I go there. I'm like, how about you fucking suck my dick, pal? And then we take this fucking thing. And then he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, no, I really don't. I don't want you to suck my dick, but we're taking this for free.
Yes, they had bought the property.
Extra money.
Yeah, as a tip. Here's $100 tip. No, I bought it for $100. So
that's not bad.
And I've been looking for a while, and they range like from $500 to $700. And I'm trying to it was tough finding the right dimensions, and finding someone who even posted the dimensions. It's like, what did this come off of? Where it's annoying when someone's like headache rack. Okay, well, what did it come off of? What are the dimensions? Because every truck manufacturer is fucking different, And like I had somewhere, it's like, I'm like, oh, that one's perfect. And I called the guy. He's like, oh, this came off a Ford Ranger. I'm like, God damn it, because the proportions look exactly the same. Because they lay it on the ground and take a picture of it. Cool.
Yeah.
It's like you could have measured between 2 points and tell me what that is.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it happened a bunch of times. I had people that, oh, I'm selling a truck, and there's a headache rack. I'm like, oh, that's the truck I own. Would you sell that by itself? No answer. I'm like,
or
guess not.
A truck cover. Like, so I have that, like, I have my bed cover or whatever. And when I went to go get that, it was like, oh yeah, they advertised like, oh, we had like plenty of these. I'm like, okay, for a certain price. And then the one that they actually had that fit my truck, I'm like, you said it was going to fit this in the ad. And they're like, oh, well, we do have this one that fits. And I'm like, okay, well, it's shittier looking. And it's like, oh, like, and so they offered it, it was a lower price. And then I'm like, well, can you install it for me? And they're like,
fine.
Well, and then I'm like, okay, well, does it pay the lower price? I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not going to take it if you don't install it. And you guys like, fuck, okay, yeah. And I'm like, I'll buy it right now and hang out for you guys to install it. It's like, okay. He's like, the guy's, it was like kind of like, just like a shot or I don't know, like a yard where they just have a bunch of these truck covers. And so he installed it.
I went with you for that.
Yeah, he installed it for me. Like, all right, cool. So it's just me like, well, I mean, I could just leave here. Or I could just buy this and you can put it on and install it for me. And then he's like, he was like, fuck. So I just act like I'm like helpless, which I'm like, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's probably like, okay, this moron is one of the only people in San Diego that has this ugly ass truck. So give him this
long bed fucking truck.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of this thing that's taking up space.
Yeah.
The space of a fucking long bed.
Yeah. And it still works out. But no, I mean, totally. The dimensions have to fit your specific truck I mean the size of it too. And I'm sure
it was hard to find because everyone posted, oh, this fits a F350, F250. I'm like, what year span, you dipshit?
What about a 550? Did you ever think about that? They make those. What about 7? Yep, that too. Well, fuck.
Damn it.
1050?
And no one responds. No one fucking responds.
It's like, do you guys want to sell this shit or not?
Yeah. So anyways, found someone who responded, like, I think I even sent like a super late. I sent it and I'm like, oh shit, it's like 11:30.
God, it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And they responded. I'm like, cool.
I don't know if I want to hang out with somebody or get this from somebody who responds at 3:15 a.m.
Yeah, what were you doing? Yeah, I had we drove over there, picked it up, it was great, and I made an adventure out of it. Once I was in Llano, which is farther west of me, hit up Cooper's. Fucking amazing barbecue.
Okay.
Saturday, I got there right at like 12, like right before the like lunch crowd got in there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude, I had like a turkey. This is the move. Carrie and I went there like right before she left, and we spent like $70 there because she was like, I'll take that. I'm like, all right, I guess we're taking all that stuff. And then they weigh it. And it's like, oh, shit. Because it's like, oh, my God. We ate most of it, but it's like, damn. Like, we took the rest of it home.
Did you get brisket?
Right? But I didn't get brisket this time. But yes, when I was with Carrie, we got brisket. It was good.
Yeah.
But this time, I was like, I talked to the guy. I said, so how they do it, basically, they have like the pit that they have where everything's still heated up inside the pit. They've already cooked it. They've pulled it and put it in a separate heating box. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah.
But and you tell them what you want. You say, okay, I want turkey. I want and you say a half pound or pound, whatever. And there's a board that tells you how much it is. And so he just cuts it, what he thinks is a half pound, basically. He's probably good at his job. He gets it as close as he can. And then you go in and you pay for it, right?
Yeah. And then
they don't have a scale right there.
Yeah, this guy, no, he knows what he's doing. He's fucking you over. He's like,
I
already cut the goddamn thing.
This time I said, so I was like, oh, I want turkey and I want enough for a sandwich, just portion for a sandwich. And then I was like, I want sausage and I want that portion for a sandwich. So he cut it and then I took it in and I told him I want this on a bun. So they put them on buns, not on like toast.
Yeah.
Because I saw buns. The best sandwiches I've had while I'm here, by the way. So good. We went to 2 different places while you were here. Yeah. We should have gone to this one. Damn, dude. But also, I knew it was expensive. But now I know the trick is just get on a sandwich. And it's like, I think it was like $9 or something. Or less. I think it was like $7 per sandwich. Instead of like, Carrie and I walked out there, like I said, spending like $70 versus me walking out and spending like $17 with a soda.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Like, I don't know much about barbecue, but I mean, I like it.
No shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like it because I know
shit from Shinola.
I know Johnny. He knows a good amount, or at least he has an opinion. To me, I'm like, yeah, that's fucking good. Yeah, that's fucking good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Johnny was like, this one with the sauce and this one, the other one with the sandwich. Those will be good together. And they have like, this place is dialed this part in. This people. Why don't you tell them that? They should merge.
Yeah. I'm sure they would love to hear that. And then, like, to me, I'm like, I don't have it. I don't really. I'm like, no, that's good. I mean, I'm a terrible judge, and I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know if I have really, a lot of food. I'm that super picky about that. I'm like, oh yeah, or I don't know. I would have to really think about it, but honestly, no, because I'm just like a fat fuck. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking good. You're like super picky about things.
Yeah. No, it was good. I think next time you're here, we'll hit it up. Definitely.
Yeah.
I have like this blue shit on my hands, which I don't know if you can really see it in this light. I just look super white, actually. It just washes out everything.
Yeah.
But it was covered in this blue stuff. The headache rack.
Okay, got it.
And it's still on my skin from Saturday. So I've like scrubbed my hands, probably like 4 or 5 times, maybe more times a day. Hopefully more times than that. And I can't get rid of it.
Wash my hands once in the morning, and that's it.
And then I spit on them and just grease them up all day.
Yeah. Get all the natural juices.
So, anyways, super rainy. Brought it home. When I was loading it, I realized like they had bent the brackets, which I'm just gonna bend them back. Which the steel is like super fucking thick. Like they had it on the roof, like they had it mounted to their car, and they ran under something and it bent it back, bent back. Yeah, like it bent back, or they tried towing something or pulling something and it just bent. Like so it's fine, just the brackets. So got to heat them up and bend. So I got to figure that out. And then, dude, I've had like this debacle in the house the past couple days.
Another mouse?
No, not another mouse. I've had like this stench coming from the freezer or the fridge, and I can't figure out which one it is.
Okay.
And then, so I had, you could like the kitty litter box got a little out of hand, so I cleaned that up. I put new litter in there. Okay, that went away. And I'm like, okay, now I can smell the fridge. So I started going through and throwing away like meat, throwing away like
cheesecake.
Like I would. No, do not throw away the cheese. No, there was no cheesecake.
That never goes bad because it doesn't get a chance to.
Even if it's fucking rancid, you eat it.
It's only in there for a day and a half.
Yeah, there's no way. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you guys devoured that cheesecake. I'm like, God damn.
Well, yeah, Johnny was like waking up, like he was up until like 3 a.m. like, I'll have the cheesecake. I'm like, yeah, dude, go for it.
He's got the
he's got that lactic pill thing. He's like, I mean, I might as well cash in. I already took my pill.
Yeah, exactly.
I took it like 4 hours ago.
It would be actually really stupid if he didn't.
Yeah,
it's a really baller move.
Yeah. So
I'm cashing in.
Investment, on your gut. So
you understand about dividends and stuff. Diversifying shit.
This is like the NFT of the lactic acid world. Anyways, so I just started cleaning stuff out, and I got rid of I had like raw chicken in there because it was like we didn't cook it. I'm like, well, shit, that might be part of it. Threw that away. Nope, still smelling it. Got rid of and I'd smell things. I'm like, well, it kind of smells like it, but I think it just smells like because it was been in the same refrigerator. I had thrown away it smelled more like broccoli,
Okay.
I had thrown those away like days ago. Still smelling it. Yeah. And I just started clearing everything, and I had just gone to like the store. So I just basically everything I just got at the store is what I kind of kept.
Yeah.
In there. I had like lunch meat I threw away, cheese. So just
only thing in there is like Lunchables, fucking Lone Stars,
Crustables,
and DiGiorno's. That's the only thing that's in the fridge.
Dude, yeah, I got two DiGiorno's in there still.
Lunchables, you're a grown-ass man.
They're the Motor City ones, dude.
Yeah.
We never ate those while you were here.
I'm sure they'd be good with Frank's.
Night. Yeah. Anyways, so I still open and smell something. So I think I got rid of it, but it still exists in the fridge. Like something like I gotta like pull everything and clean it. I don't even know what the fuck it was. Like freezer. You would think the freezer wouldn't really smell, but I think it like recirculated air from the fridge to the freezer, and so it was in both.
Yeah.
And it just was a pain in the ass. And most of the time when you like, let's say that the trash starts smelling, you throw that away, and then the smell's gone.
Pretty much. Yeah.
This was like, where the fuck is this thing?
I had this one smell that I could not pinpoint, and it was getting to a point where I'm just like a drama queen, where I'm like, oh my God, this smell is giving me a headache. I just like, I could feel it in the back of my eyes. I'm just, and it was a moldy orange.
Really?
It was like the pungent citrus attack with like, it was like, this felt like a koosh ball pretty much when I picked it up.
Koosh ball.
Yeah, it's like you pick it up. It's like Jesus Christ.
It's like jelly.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like like a
water balloon.
Yeah, like a flubber. Yeah, you're just like that's what it feels like. And I was like, it was like offensive, to my sensibilities. but totally once you throw it away, it's gone.
Yeah. I still smell it in the barely there. And like I did the thing where I still left the fridge on, but I opened it up for like maybe 3 or 4 minutes just to kind of see if the air would leave. And then everything froze like rock hard. Like I had, I think like ice cream or something there. And it's just like a block. I don't even know how that happened. I opened it and then I closed it.
You let all the ping pong balls out.
And exactly. And everything was covered in like, I guess like the moisture got in there. And so everything was covered in like frost. I was like, what the fuck? Well, all right, whatever.
What the hell? I probably
shouldn't be eating that ice cream anyways. So, but
I won't. Microwave it and that's when you get it going.
Yeah. Leave it in there for like 4 minutes. Or
so
18 minutes.
Like a soup.
Soup. Hell yeah.
And then you
get a straw.
Put cereal in there, and that's how you eat.
Oh
breakfast.
My God. You have the biggest stomachache ever.
You just put like Cocoa Pebbles or something like that.
Oh, no. It would have to be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The chocolate ball ones.
Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, those are so good.
Yeah.
I haven't had those since I was a wee little boy.
Sugar balls. That's my old nickname.
Sugar balls. Those chocolate sugar balls.
I'm right here. Still dealing with that kind of little essence of rot.
Fucking up the homestead over there.
Yeah.
Fucking up the
so, like I said, the kittens, like I guess I had gone a little too long without cleaning out their
shit house
cat box. So I was smelling that too. I'm like, fuck. And then took care of that. And then I'm like, well, the dish is in the sink. Maybe that's what's smelling here. Nope. I'm like, it's definitely inside the fridge and the freezer. I'm like, fuck. I'm not good living alone. I'm like a bad bachelor. I'm bad.
I'm hulking out. Usually, like I said, you just get the big brute or the brute can, just put it in the middle of the living room. That's how you just throw everything in there.
Disgusting. Everything just sits in there. Yeah.
Your contractor's bag, and you just throw everything in there.
You could fit like 400 pounds in those bags.
And you smash bottles against the wall.
Like it's a fucking tenement, like a fucking crack house. Yeah, that's a great idea. The house I bought. Yeah, let's just fuck it up.
This is a trap house.
Yeah.
This is trapping out the bandwidth, dude.
It's more like the FAP house, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So anyways, I guess this isn't super interesting, but did some organizing with just my guns and stuff. I had a bunch of like loose ammo. Mm-hmm. So I tidied it up.
Yeah.
And loaded a bunch of mags. So, the whole like World War III thing going on, just kind of like
I'm ready.
Well. Yeah, like nothing's gonna happen.
Come and get it.
Fuck, come and take it.
A bunch of
take my precious metals.
All your broken
one stringer pole at a time.
All your broken cars in your backyard, come and get.
Yeah, it's not broken. They
your
run.
Broke dick, maybe. Well, hey, guilty as charged.
That red truck has like twice the amount of miles your truck has on it.
Yeah,
it's like 300,000 miles on it. Still running fucking strong, dude.
Yeah,
except for not in reverse.
We should have a race in reverse. See who can parallel park. Fuck. Just fuck.
Thwarted again.
Thwarted again.
So, anyways, that's kind of my what's new. What do you got?
Well, it's what's new for it. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but I keep forgetting to ask you, so I'll ask you on the podcast. Stephen McComber, he asked us in the Facebook group, and I think he tagged both of us, but I don't know if you saw it or you just I don't know. It was like a couple weeks ago. We got to be on his podcast, so Break On Through podcast.
Okay,
jot that down. So
yeah, making a note right now.
I keep forgetting to follow. I'm gonna message him after this, but just so he knows, I did ask Kyle. I asked him on the podcast. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So check out Break On Through, where he just kind of interviews different bands and musicians and people in music and how they their stories and their journeys and how they got inspired. So hopefully Kyle and I will be on that shortly. But besides that, I am still having some issues with Zoom and my Universal Audio Apollo Twin interface. It doesn't fucking work. I've been emailing tech support at Universal Audio, and they have been zero help. But I'm keeping the ticket open because I'm like, hopefully you resolve it or put another new driver or something like that. Because the guy's just like, oh yeah. Because I texted Brian about it, like, what could the issue be? And he was like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask some friends about it. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna send an email to Universal Audio to see what they say. And I had mentioned how the Focusrite Claret that I had worked fine, no issues, just turnkey fucking worked. And then he's like, yeah, Zoom has some weird audio things, so, it doesn't always work. I'm like, Focusrite worked, though. Anyway, so, Brian messaged, like, oh, you said that Focusrite was working totally fine. I'm like, yeah, you're at the back of the line. That you're not getting a response for like a week or two. But they did respond, actually, with the quickness, so at least, big ups to Universal Audio. They, my guy is Rhett. Like, so RHETT. So I was like, I saw Rhett Universal Audio. I'm like, what? Is it Rhett Schultz?
Yeah, he's running the fucking boards tonight.
I'm like, no, I don't exactly. My dumbass, because I know he plays and he's a Universal Audio artist or whatever. I made that connection. I'm like, oh. I'm so stupid. Anyway, so my man Rhett over there at Universal Audio. He has so far done nothing, but he's been responsive. So I do like that. He has not ghosted me. So far, that's good
fucking
so far.
Shit.
Yeah, he hasn't led me in any direction. He's like, yeah, try turning it off and on again, and then you can do a reset. And I'm like, yep, that did nothing. He's like, and so my little trick of like where I had to find out the virtual tracks. So basically what the input is, like, I'm like, oh, send that to your mains instead of to your virtual tracks. I'm like, yep, I already knew that. What else you got? So far, figuring that out. So I'm using a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 that
sounds familiar.
May belong to somebody. Wink, double wink. And so Kyle had this, he had this interface, and then he upgraded to what do you have?
I have the 4i4.
4i4. That is such a so the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 is fine for a basic kind of record deal. But the 4i4 is so much more interface. I mean, by the looks of it, you're like, oh, it's a
so much
input.
more interface. Jesus
yeah, I know,
Christ.
but there's so much more into it. The routing is a lot smarter. You can, MIDI for sure, and then, for example, the internal routing, you can actually have the
Focusrite program.
Yeah, you can have level control, because right now I can't control my own volume of what's coming in my ears and what Kyle's getting. I'm like, oh, okay. So
it's weird.
The little, when you're thinking about getting your first interface, probably.
Yeah.
If it's your very, very first or whatever, I would say this is where that little extra money, which is maybe $50, $200.
Yeah.
Is 100% worth it, because I could totally see you using the Scarlett 4i4 for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with it.
Yeah.
Except for just learning it, me being stupid and I have this turned down all the way.
So, I mean, if people are wondering the differences of oh yeah, I mean, I think sound for a podcast, you're not really going to know. I noticed that I'm a little bit more fuzzier, and maybe I can hear some breakup a little bit more on this compared to the universal audio, but
yeah,
I'm sure I can fix it a little bit in post.
Well, yeah, it's $150 versus how much was yours?
A shit ton.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
No, I think closer to 1,000.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
So probably 10 times as much money for the other one, and then this guy has no issues. So anyway, but the thing is, I'm not able to record Kyle's incoming audio, so to sync it,
and I can't record mine either. So good. I'm just kidding. I'm doing it.
But you can record mine, right?
Yeah, I can.
But because the 4i4 has that internal kind of monitoring mixer.
Yeah.
Whereas the 2i2 doesn't have that option. So it's cool. So anyway, that's a little, maybe as long as I'm holding on to this one, I can do a video, because I've been pushing so many of those out for YouTube. The difference between here's $150, and here's a $1,200 one. What's the difference? Well, one fucking works for Zoom and the other one doesn't. Anyway, so I did stop by your place not only to pick up the Focusrite, but I did your old place in Claremont. I did pick up a case for a guitar that I will be shipping your way. So, because I think I have been posting pictures,
making me all jelly,
and you're like. And I had mentioned oh yeah, this guitar's been in San Diego, and I'm like, okay, let me play it. So not only have I been playing it, I was taking some photos. So people watching the video, this is Kyle's. What was it Daphne blue? I don't know.
Whatever spray paint.
Yeah, whatever paint you had, blue with a red tort guard.
It looks green in that though, so we need to refer back to the surf green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a really cool Mexican telly with a lot of, I think, everything upgraded pretty much.
It's a pink undercoat also on there.
Yeah. So it's got the sonic pickups, the Glacier T's, which are really rad, and then a 5-way Gun Street harness switching system here. So you get a bunch of different switching options. So not just the bridge, neck, and both. So you get kind of some out of phase deals, but yeah, really cool deal. So I'm gonna get this. You had a kind of a musician's friend guitar case, right? A hard case.
Nothing super crazy. I have the musician's friend one that I think it was $60 or something, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get that packed up and sent your way. So I haven't packed a guitar for shipping in a while, so hold your breath, say your prayers, cross your fingers that I do a good job. But I ship shit at my job all the time, so hopefully I do a good job. So
yeah, well, you never know if that shit gets broken, so
yeah,
you never hear back.
Mm-hmm. I have shipped a guitar before for that I've sold online. I don't sell many guitars online just because of the whole shipping thing, and
also the guitars you have, no one would want them. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, probably jazz bass and Taylor. I could probably sell. Those are probably the only 2 guitars I could sell.
Yeah, everything else like customized to you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think someone would be interested.
But
dude, I sent you like a body, like a Fender body that someone had.
I sent you a body shot
of me,
full frontal body.
Are you disgusted by me?
You don't.
It's beautiful. This
you
is
don't like
art.
me
This
no
is
more.
Nature.
I'm just as God made me.
No, yeah, I'm just as God made me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No, I sent you like a body. Maybe it was an unnamed Fender style body, but it was a Tele.
Yeah,
and it was already routed out for a
Evertune.
The guy wanted a lot for it, but it's still like $400.
That is a lot, just for a body that's who knows if he cut it correctly.
Looked like it was already mounted in there. Everything. Yeah,
really. The picture that I saw, it was just the body with nothing in it.
Yeah. Well, it looked like everything, like it was mounted before though.
It's like, hey, I tried to put an Evertune in this.
Good luck, buddy.
Upcharge for the fucking routing on this Squire body.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I did also pick up an Ampeg Classic rig.
What?
So over at your place, I picked up your SVT Classic Ampeg head and also the 410 HLF Classic cab. And the plan is I got a gig coming up next month. So I want to use that at the gig. And also in the meantime, I want to take some photos using that Ampeg rig as a prop.
Should grab you grabbed the 4, right? You didn't grab the 8?
Yeah, I grabbed the 410.
Should grab the 8, dude. You got the big truck, dude. You could handle it.
I guess. 410 was a lot easier for me to move.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got the skateboard wheels on the big boy.
Yeah, maybe I'll swap them out. 410 is definitely going to look better for pictures. So, but I mean,
hey, could you ship that too? Also, actually,
that one, no. The guitar is actually going to be probably a lot to ship too.
Yeah,
I shipped like a little small box of like late or early Christmas present to my nephew, however you want to write that up. It's gonna be March here.
You bastard, that's how we're writing it up.
Yeah. And I'm like a really tiny little box that was like pretty light. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Ended up being like $17, and I was like, fuck, I should have just put it. And I don't think it would have been much less if I would have put it in like a flat rate box.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, shipping. And then I'm like, I'm bitching. It's like a first world problem. And I'm like, that's so much. $20
to ship a
get
toy
this to the fucking.
Some people don't have fucking water to drink, and I'm bitching about fucking.
Get to those fucking kids over there, those rugrats. I yell at my sister like, those fucking rugrats cost $20. Oh, she's like, don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. All right, see you at Christmas. Anyway, shipping stuff is whatever. I mean, I'm gonna pack it with care and get that guitar up to you.
You better.
So, just kidding. I'm gonna fucking put it in a fucking hefty bag and ship
through
it
a
out.
wood chipper.
Yeah.
It was a lot cheaper this way.
So, I got the Ampeg rig. I just rolled it in today. I'm stoked to like just play that rig because I've been at band practice. Have been playing a B2R.
Okay.
I think. So through a 410 HLF cab. And just playing loud, I'm like, man, it's rad. So, because I'm just using the B2R as just like EQ at noon, just like basically trying to use it as just a power amp for my dark glass. But I would really like to try using the dark glass with the SVT Classic. So using some of the modern, dark glass gain, like with the preamp and warmth from tube.
The warmth.
Mm-hmm. But I know you were not a big fan of the SVT Classic for live.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just like the frequencies. Just I could never dial in what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think because with like the graphic EQ on there, you could kind of mess with things. But
on the SVT 3,
yeah, or the 4, or like every other amp.
Yeah.
Except for that one, you have like 3 knobs. You know, and then you have like your mid frequency on that one knob.
Yeah.
And I never moved that one.
Bass, treble, and was it bass, treble, mid, gain, and then just overall volume.
Yeah.
And then like ultra high.
It sounds great.
Low.
It sounded great. I mean, we used it for we played. I think the biggest gig we played with it was that one. No, maybe I'm thinking the All Time Low show. I don't remember if we.
I know you used the 810. I think you used the SVT3 Pro.
Damn it.
So I don't think you busted up.
I wanted it to happen.
I think it was just like Soma gigs. I think it was like.
Yeah.
It was cool. Well, I mean, it was so early on when we were younger that you were gigging with that.
Yeah. That
it may be like nowadays you can kind of dial in what you would want. But, you know, once you.
I just thought of something.
What's up?
So there's a band that we used to play with sometimes. I think they were. I don't want to name them, I guess. Doesn't really matter. They're not around anymore. The Binge. Remember that? The dude, the bassist had an SVT4, and he had like a Ranger pickup, and he would just throw, like, no case, no rack for the 4.
Yeah, SVT. He would just had a Ford Ranger,
He would throw it in the back of his truck. And I remember seeing it, like, on its side, like on its, on its side.
Yeah.
In the back. I'm like, what the fuck? And I had the 3. You know, I'm like, the fuck? You have the next amp up from mine.
Yeah.
And you're treating that one like shit. Yeah. And I think he had the jack was, you know, probably fucked up and all this other stuff. But I remember just being like, why are you doing that? Like, you're not, it's not like you're cool. Like,
it's not like you're.
Oh, yeah.
I remember them, and they were a great band.
Yeah, they were good.
Fuck. I'm pretty sure that some of their stuff may be on SoundCloud or Bandcamp.
Yeah, it was good. I remember
I'll
Pure Volume. No, Pure Volume is gone, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I remember. I'll have to check it out. I think it was they moved it back to. Anyways, so the band The Binge, and I remember like that. I remember that so like because we were like, you know, we worked shitty jobs to get the gear that we had, and so we took care of it. We're not like, you know, wiping it down with a diaper or anything.
Yeah,
but it's like
at least
stuff that like cabs those can get beat up a little bit, but you're not really like here just dropping it out of your fucking pickup truck. But it's like if it slides around or whatever, that's fine. But it's like the things that could break, we definitely knew. I'm like, oh, an amp, like especially if it's a rack mount amp, put it in a fucking rack case from the get go.
The actual like potentiometer on that is plastic. Like the actual knob underneath the metal knob is a plastic like a shaft.
Yeah,
that is going to break. So, oh, it's metal. It's indestructible, man.
Well, I had one of the potentiometers break on my V4B.
Yeah,
when I had that amp, and because I was like picking it up and I moved it from the back seat of my truck out, and I'm like, snap. And I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's like that's a better amp than it was a good amp. It was a 90s, wasn't it? A 90s one?
Yeah, it was a good one. It just was not that loud. So
yeah, probably good for studio.
Yeah. I still miss that amp. Don't need it, but
yeah.
My dream amp one of these days is gonna be SVT Classic. Oh, I got it already. No, is gonna be the orange 8200B.
This fell off the back of a truck or out of a garage
into my truck. Your wife like helped me like get it out of the garage. She's like, all right, thanks for stealing from my husband.
One less thing to have to move.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most expensive things in that garage too.
Yeah.
Those are still up there. Those are.
Oh no, totally. Like then for the St. Louis made deals.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I looked up. I'm like, what the fuck? These are still like, even the newer ones that were made like in Thailand or something,
mm-hmm.
still expensive.
Yeah, probably $1,200-$1,500 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally worth it. So I picked that thing up and I moved it myself, and
nice.
It's not as much of a bitch as I remember it.
Huh.
I think I'm probably
maybe because I pulled some of those tubes out of there.
I think I'm stronger. I've been going to the gym at least once, maybe twice a week.
Damn, dude.
And I have been eating more.
You have been eating more?
Yeah, so building up my strength.
There's one not that this is like a scan reverb, but
Man Looks at
podcast.
Internet.
Yeah, Man Looks at
Which
Internet
we
podcast.
did already with the surf green.
Yeah, I know. People are selling these or trying to sell them for like $1,800, $2,000.
Yeah, and a lot of used gear is like that.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about it. It's just I would assume it's just like with supplies.
This is a Chinese made one too.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Yeah, with like supply chain issues. Like I'm sure that's a buzzword. But I think Fluff made a video about it. I'm sure other podcasts have talked about it. It's like it's like gear going up because of like supply and demand. They don't. Yeah, exactly. So, and I know like I've been keeping an eye on things. Not that I need them or can afford them, even when they were at a better price. I'm like, dude, JCM 2000s. You could not give those things away. Like 5 years ago, or like $1,200 now.
Jesus Christ.
Those would be like, oh, you can get $300 and we'll like, please take a 412. Maybe not. Okay, $500 you can get those all day with a 412. And now people just the head for a JCM 2000, it's like $1,200.
Yeah.
Marshall. Did I say that? Marshall.
Yeah.
Not the 800, not even the 900. It's the 2000. And I'm like,
which is better, right? It's like because that's a bigger number.
it's
that's
more.
2,000 watts, right?
No, it's still the 100-watt Marshall deal, EL34s, and I'm like, god damn. And then coveted amps to me that I want are I say it all the time, the OR50 from Orange.
Yeah.
They kind of came out with those like in 2014, 2015-ish, which was like kind of a more modern take, but of like the OR120, OR80 Orange amps.
Yeah.
So those are more like of the Orange sound. Whereas like you get a rock reverb, that's not really the Orange, 70s or kind of sound.
Yeah.
Stoner.
Those 70s sounds sometimes sound like shit though.
It's definitely like more fuzzier kind of the deal. A lot more bass and shit like that.
Yeah.
I see there's tons of cat hair all over your place. I can see
really?
it. Just
on my shirt?
I can see it just floating in the air.
Really?
Anyway.
Really? No way.
They're running amok when you're gone, dude.
I know. How would you see that?
Saw it in the air.
No way.
Replay, Jamie.
Eagle eye. You have a fucking eagle eye there.
Anyway, so I've been looking at these things, but they range, like they go up and down. So you gotta buy the dip. Buy the amp dip. Where
sounds like a new tobacco line that you're gonna launch.
Buy the amp dip. Buy the amp dip. They'll go for like almost $2,000.
Damn.
And then come back all the way down to like 1,000. I'm like, this is like weekly. And I love looking at it. Just like, what is causing this?
Funny.
And some of these people are asking $3,000 for an Orange dual dark 50. An amp that nobody really wanted, but it was a UK made, like they just kind of like shoved a bunch of high gain shit into one thing. And I'm like, well, nobody really wanted these, so let's just try and sell them for more.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get that reasoning. But I mean, I think I've been seeing in groups that, I mean, just amps that like people are like, what the hell is this? It's like a God dang it.
What the hell's going on?
Dang gummit, I got the Fender Deluxe Reverb is now fucking $1,500. Doesn't curse him one way. Who's the fucking bitch?
The fucking bitch you selling this shit?
When it's
which one of you motherfuckers?
You cocksuckers. Like I wonder if it's just because like maybe we're paying attention to it more, or maybe in our time that it's like, oh, we've seen the transition of gear or like how things go up in price.
Yeah.
I think we were talking the other day of like, what the fuck are all the new Fender lines? Like, because back in my day, back in our day,
when I was a kid,
Highway 1 was the cheapest American one.
Yeah.
And then it was American Standard, and then it was American Deluxe.
Yeah.
And then you got into the...
Then they changed to series. American series.
The reissues. American reissues or whatever the hell they were. Yeah. And now they have the American ones, which are what? Player.
Performer. Ultra. Yeah, there's the Ultra.
Yeah. And then there's the Performer. And then...
Wasn't there one with a V?
That's Ventera, which is like the vintage ones.
Okay.
And then the original ones are also the vintage ones. So there's two types of fucking vintage ones. And I'm like, gee, it's so confusing. It's like, oh man, goddamn. I was texting you about it. I thought I figured.
Should have written those down.
Yeah.
Wrote them down. Yeah,
I'm just like looking through our text thread. I'm like, man, a lot of this stuff is not fucking good.
There's a lot of insults being thrown at each other.
Yeah, just keep you in line there. Anyway, whatever. It's wild. So it's changed, and then also the pricing has gone up, but the price of gear has like gone up, and I think even in the past couple of years, even since this podcast has been around, like you could not like give away the 412 Marshalls. You couldn't give away the 810 refrigerator cabs of Ampegs, and now people are like selling those like they've gone up. So you've stuck with it, Kyle. We're like, I'm keeping my Ampeg rig.
Yeah,
it's like
one of the last ones.
I tripled me net worth.
Or tripled me net worth.
Yeah, just by keeping the gear.
No, there's I'm just looking on. Of course, I'm still looking on Craigslist here. There's someone selling an SUT4 and a refrigerator cab 810 for like $2,000. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Still, those cabs sell for like $400.
They used to.
I just saw a couple. I'm like, maybe I'll go buy one. I got some walking around money.
You used to just store it in that back, like murder house in the back of your property.
the fucking torture room.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I could stay out there for maybe like, a couple like what if I hung out there for like a couple weeks or a month or whatever, and you're like, yeah, you could just stay in that fucking murder shed in the back.
Yeah, you might lose a couple pounds.
Like the nice bedroom in the house. I'm like, no,
so we don't want you in the house, at all.
But
like where you have access to like a bathroom and like a refrigerator and like central air.
You're just like, yeah, just shit in the backyard. I'd rather you be out there with a fucking animal.
Yeah, you could drive your car right up to your front porch.
Yeah,
out there. It's like a miniature house out there.
Get the rental and just drive it up there. But anyway, so I mean, that was kind of like a little mini topic there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we want to do this last topic that we've been like, make it a longer episode?
We could. No, we could hold off.
I think
we could hold off again. And,
yeah.
The dogs will be all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we kind of made that one. Like, we actually had a topic planned this week. I like that this topic we've been pushing for 2 months now. It's just building up. It's not even that good.
Yeah, it's not even that great.
Yeah, it's rad though. But let's get on out of here. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Okay. I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group linked in the description, and you can search the Tone Jerks. We have the group like I mentioned, and then also a page. Like it, follow it. We don't do anything on there, but hey,
But the group we do.
Yeah, the group is where it's at.
Active.
Yeah.
Hyperactive. Radioactive.
We got a bunch of active posters over there.
I'm not even active in my life, but I'm active there.
Mm-hmm. And then we have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting cool shit on the reg over there. And then if you like what you hear, you can give us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So hopefully 5 stars. You can write a review on Apple over there.
Only 5 stars.
Well, I mean, give us whatever you think. Yeah. And then also YouTube. We're posting the video podcasts over there. They so far have been, no negative
they're really good when, I put my video, editing expertise over it. Mm-hmm. Like, people love it.
Then YouTube took away the downvote. I'm like, man, these are all positives.
Man,
Which I don't know why they did that.
It's we won't get into it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. There's something else. I was just okay.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy on it. I'm on.
Kyle's on the boards. Anyway, we're on YouTube. Kyle's posting. He's doing some animations over there. We're doing the video podcast. I eventually will get back to doing videos. I got some demos in the works over on YouTube. Give us a sub over there. Give us the subby sub. Give us a dom. And if you really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And then you get an RSS feed to put the podcast in your favorite podcatcher, and you get all the bonus episodes. There's over 200, I don't know, probably like
220?
220 bonus episodes. Sometimes we do bonus episodes.
Whoa.
Sometimes there's
Don't
content.
Bonus.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got
that's
exclusive interviews over there where I got fucking Ryan Burke, got Sean Pierce Johnson, got
Johnny
Kyle
Ray
McIntyre.
14 times.
Exactly. Got RJ and Kyle, so the same ones that you've already heard. But, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, yeah, actually, I think the only time Ryan's ever been on the show was over on Patreon.
Yeah. You caught him for a couple questions.
Mm-hmm. You got to get him where he's like, got to get him some barbecue and get him some, some beer, and then he'll be on
wobble pops.
Yeah, wobble pops.
He keeps going.
Yeah.
Ain't no stopping.
We're gonna carry this on here. Just for the support, we wanted to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement.
I got it right here.
Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to
baby?
You need to have a second screen where it's just the names.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I need to have it off to the side.
Off to the side.
I need to have like an iPad.
Yeah. Like you buy an iPad. It's like, what do you get this for? Just to read names. Your wife's like, what the fuck?
I need some more whiteout. I need. All right. I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button Podcast, which is a Seinfeld watch listen along that Brian Gower also takes part in.
Oh yeah.
What episode are you guys up to now? On Seinfeld? Which episode are you doing right now?
Episode 5 of season 2 we just did of The Apartment. So you can watch along. It's on Hulu and Netflix.
Nice.
So, or if you want to go real fan, get the DVDs.
Yeah. Abe Newman, Michael Newman,
and find yourself a DVD player.
Payson. Yeah, you got to try that first. Nicholas Payson. Nicholas Ogburn. Doug King. Doug Chris from 37 Effects. Actually, I think he's from Boston, right? But yeah, he's from
New York.
He's from New York, but he lives in Massachusetts.
Going get to the bodegas.
Yeah, that's right.
He's one of the bodega boys.
Yeah. Is that like a boy band he was a part of back in, the Bodega Boys? It sounds like
Chris back.
All right. It just sounds like a shitty you ever seen Warriors? It would be like his gang.
I think it's a podcast. I think it's with some New York comics, the Bodega Boys.
It sounds. If you've seen Warriors before, they all have like these really dumb, like gang names, and they all dress like it's someone. Whoever wrote the script was like, yeah, well, duh, the jocks are gonna dress like dead baseball players, so they're gonna have like makeup and walk around the streets with baseball bats. Okay, that makes sense.
What was the Ferris Bueller, the Bloods, the Sportos, sluts,
the dickheads,
dickheads? They all love them. The Bodega Boys,
the Bodega Boys,
the Jizza Boys. Yeah. They all love them.
But what about the dickheads? What group?
The nerds, the sluts, the Bloods, the jockos, the dickheads. They all love them. Burnouts.
We're the dickheads. Yeah. Anyways, Doug Chris is from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. I'll take a break here. Joe from Like My Pedals, the Just Surprise Me podcast, and also Masters of the Cinematic Universe. They should
do Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
And they should have us on.
We could do that. That's such a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some guests who have been like repeat guests, and we have only been on one time.
We're a one-peat,
hello.
We could let's what we'll do is we'll do the work. We'll present the movie.
Actually, we should just watch it.
We should our own.
Yeah, we should just watch the movie.
Yeah, we should do it. Just screen
we
share.
We should just watch Dread.
Damn.
Live stream and watch Dread.
Yeah, we could do their podcast again. Let's think of a movie. Let's do it.
Dread, dude.
Yeah, Dread's damn good.
Yeah. We should do the work, and we just do our own Tone Jerks episode of Dread. We lose all our subscribers because they're like... Anyways, so...
We have Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path podcast. He also drops in on both of those podcasts, right?
He's moonlighting.
Yeah. Just Surprise Me and Masters. We got Telly Talks, which is RJ Smith. He's got his own thing going on, the Stream Talk Repeat. He's doing that on YouTube, right?
No, it's a podcast.
Damn it!
It's just strictly audio. So
he threw me off.
Stream Talk Repeat.
Podcast.
Yeah. Spotify,
I'm gonna type
iTunes,
that in, fucking
Apple.
Idiot. Podcast. Didn't even spell it right. Jamie Davis.
Podcast.
No, it's like podcast, but CSST.
No, I'm saying PAWG.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh! I fall back like the WWE.
Oh! That's what we should change. That's how we'll get more subscribers. The Tone Jerks podcast.
Yeah, we never mind. I'm not gonna list any. We got Johnny Ray, Howie Felter Snatch.
There you go. You get him as a guest.
Yeah, that's like was it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde right there?
Oh yeah. Johnny's Mr. Hyde.
Yeah. Jason Fuzzmonger. Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum. Kevin Equitz from Equitz Guitars. I can't talk.
Equitz Guitars.
From the Equitz Guitars podcast.
What's the one friend of yours? What's he from the Equitz Guitars? You sound like a dad. You're dad mode.
Damn it. Co Schneider from Night Tides. Alvaro Viramontes. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars podcast. Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars. Sean Arbo from the Gun Street Wiring Shop.
Shop A.
We have Sean Fahey from Shadowhounds. That's his band. Check it out. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig. Hugh G-Rection. My mind went blank on that one. That's all I could think about.
He should be on the podcast.
D's Nuts. Got him. Zach Hale. Eric Merrill from Elm Effects. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. Jonathan Jerzyk from 12th Hour Devices. Tyler Rhines from Tyler KC Riffs on Instagram. Matthew Fenslaw. Michael McVeigh. And Matthew Davis. And that's the list.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning into the Tone Church podcast. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tip my hand.